I think when I tested this, I kind of talked a little bit low. Oh! Kill Black Rose of Thorns! Okay, I'm going to up my resistance a bit because fire Hellion bosses can get pretty rough if you're not careful. Alright, restored a lot of health. This guy's in trouble. Burn Scar. I see why he's called Burn. You fugly, man. Alright. But yeah, I'm thinking that generally when I want to play, I'll still go with the subscription service. Huh, we see somebody. I'll break out of here any moment, don't doubt it. Told ya! So this is Yamanahari. Hey, I actually managed to say it, I think. Well, at least what I deduce to be how you say her name. You got a strange name, Mystic. Alright. I can help you defeat these common thugs. You're a little late. Thanks for the offer, though. Secondary mutation, reduced recharge. Woohoo! Alright. Back to King's Row. We'll call our friend. Let him know that we saved the Mystic, Yamanahari. Good job on getting Yamanahari out of there. You know, she crafted the Cloak of Bitter Grace you recovered from the Hellions earlier. I noticed that. I wonder if they found her by tracing the mystic energy she transferred to that cloak. The Hellions seemed to be gearing up for a fight. They even went so far as to kidnap a Magi mystic to tip the scales in their favor. Well, at least we have a good idea where they're going, or where they're getting their bagging from now. Their connection to the Warriors artifact trade is a secret worth knowing, which I forgot to look at. When I rescued Yamanahari, she told me, "Thank you so much. I can't imagine, or you can't imagine, the threats they made. I did discover some interesting things. It seems that these Hellions are doing the bidding of another group. They and another gang called the Outcasts are working for the Warriors of Talos Island. For some reason, the Warriors want to flood Paragon City with minor magical items. I don't know what they're about, but it can't mean anything good for the city." So that's alluding to a slightly higher level enemy group that we'll catch up with later. You did a great job freeing Yamanahari from the Hellions, but it looks like our gang problems are just beginning. The Skulls are moving into King's Row with force, and we need to step up the presence there. Will you take this message to my friend Athena Curry? She has friends on the police force. She should be able to get the extra people we need. So yeah, you remember Athena Curry from our last story arc, I think? Be sure to tell her, or to ask for some extra cops in King's Row. Man, I really have trouble reading. It's like my mind gets ahead of my tongue. Like I'll be reading ahead a little bit, and I tend to just say whatever I'm reading. Never have been a very good oral reader. Alright. Long way to go. So here we have another delivery mission. See, this is a complete waste of time. Yours and mine, so, you know, if you want to skip ahead a minute or so in the video, you know, feel free, because hopefully I'll reached her by then. But until then, I'll just talk about random stuff, generally relating to the game. So I should also mention that in tandem with City of Heroes, you know, turning into City of Heroes Freedom, they're going to be releasing City of Heroes issue 21 called Convergence. And, you know, along with this, they're going to be releasing a new zone in Praetoria that has, like, a new giant monster and a bunch of new missions. Let's see. Like, I already mentioned the new power set, Time Manipulation. Anyway, let's talk to her. If Lorenzo DaCosta thinks it's important, I'll ask for some cops on patrol in King's Row. I've been worried about the situation there as well. In fact, one of my informants gave me a tip on some skull activity over in the old Hyperion building. I'd like you to check it out for me. See if you can find out what they're up to over there. Alright, and so we're going right back to King's Row. Yoo-hoo, what a waste of time. But yeah. Let's see, what else is in issue 21? I know there's more stuff, but honestly, I'm kind of drawing a blank on it right now. I mentioned the new zone, mentioned the new power sets. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll be getting, you know, some new costume pieces. They did mention some trail auras, which is sort of an aura that you'll have when you run. So you could have like a flame trail behind you, you know, left behind in your wake. Did I just get another tell? Okay, I did. Hearing things. But yeah, it's a little hard to gauge my volume actually with this as well, because this is a headset mic, and the earphones block out noise like crazy. So I kind of feel like I need to be a little subdued, or else I feel like I'll be screaming. But you know, it's kind of hard to gauge the right volume. Alright, so here we go. Defeat the Skull Leader and guards. You know, actually, this is a mission where I think I'll be able to skip ahead to the objective, so after we kill this guy, yeah, let's jump ahead. Actually, I hear something. Could this be our glowy? Probably not. Oftentimes in City of Heroes, you'll run into a glowy that actually is just kind of has nothing on it. We'll see. Oh, I found it. Wow, that was the glowy. I found a ledger. Let's look at this clue. This ledger contains records on drugs manufacturing and sales. It belongs to a large group called the Superundyne Connection, which includes the Skulls and the Skyway City Trolls. The group is presided over by the Family, a powerful gang in Independence Port, which is another group that we'll be tangoing with a bit later. So, a little more foreshadowing on the groups further in, a little deeper into the game, in the low 20s. So, you know, can hear sort of the whir of a glowy, but we already found the correct one, so I think we should just be able to go right to the boss, kill him and maybe his entire room. And then we should be done here. Compound Fracture. Trolls are loving this Superundyne. Get Black Rose of Thorns. Compound Fracture is a good name. I gotta hand it to him. Gotcha. Oh, come on. Yes, he's debuffing my accuracy. Okay, yeah, I am gonna have to clear out the rest of this room, it looks like. Boomy! Alright, stabby death. Oh, that's it. Alright, great. Did we get another clue? Doesn't look like it. Okay, yeah, we just had to clear out the head honcho here. But the important thing is we found out about the drug trade between the Skulls and the Trolls. Which we've already run into the Trolls because we did the Hollows missions. But they're both headed up by the Family. Apparently. Wow, this ledger you found is great. It looks like the Skull's entire drug operation is summed up in here, along with their connections to the Trolls and the Family. Now that's what I call juicy info. I'm sure the police will love this. It's starting to look like the Skulls and Hellions are coming together for a big clash of the Pawns, Black Rose of Thorns. Carla Bernelli wants to see that ledger. Oh, God. I hate her so much. Do me a favor and take that. You can't do... I'm a superhero. You can't take this ledger over to Skyway City? And, see, this is the problem. And, I mean, there's not much of this villain side, but as I've mentioned before, villain side has its own problems of... In my opinion, you generally don't feel proactive enough as a villain. You sort of feel like you're doing the dirty work of a bunch of other people and sort of eking out just cash for yourself. That's kind of your motivation early on, at least in the villain side, which I think was a mistaken way to take it. A villain isn't just after money or anything like that. Not necessarily. Villains have, you know, different goals and aspirations, and money doesn't always tie into that. Wow, this ledger is everything Lorenzo da Costa described and more. It seems that the Family's been supplying the drugs with Superundyne and the Skulls are selling it to the Trolls, keeping the Family's nose clean. Lining up for the opposition, we've got the Hellions, the Outcasts, and the Warriors. Looks like the Warriors have a huge artifact trade going. The Hellions and Outcasts are in on that action. I need you to get over to Perez Park and start putting the hurt on the Hellions and the Skulls. Hopefully you can get info on one of their headquarters. Then we can put a big dent in their organizations. Oh... And now it's a hunt mission. Wow, this story arc sucks.